How's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Now, if you're new here, my name is Rachel, and in this corner of the internet, I make design and lifestyle related videos. So if any of those topics interest you, consider subscribing down below. In today's video, I'm going to try my hand in making sugar apple muffins. Now, this recipe I actually stumbled across because I am subscribed to one of these vintage YouTubers that's super popular, and she's completely adorable and I love her. She's from Australia, her name is Sage, and she loves all things vintage. Now, she does this series of cooking and baking called Dining Through the Decades that I absolutely love watching. And within there, she made this sugar apple muffin recipe that I thought I could try out, especially since it is apple season. Now, she has a cookbook from the 1930s. This is where she got the recipe from. And within the 1930s cookbook, there was actually a newspaper clipping for this recipe. When her apple muffins came out of the oven and she plated them, oh my gosh, they looked so delicious. So I wanted to try it out myself too. And before we actually start baking, I have to put on my apron, which I'm actually excited about wearing because this is the first time I actually get to wear this. I found this at the Antique Mall in my local area. This is actually an authentic 50s apron, and it even has, I don't know if you can see it, but it even has apples on it. So I thought it was very fitting for this video. So I'm just gonna pop this up, tie it around my waist. The only downside to this type of apron is because it doesn't have a top part, obviously. I'm really hoping that when I actually start baking, I don't get a bunch of flour on me, because that would not be a good time. But we'll see. I'm kind of a messy baker sometimes. Okay, so I've got my apron on. I'm ready to go and try out that recipe from Sage from Dining Through the Decades. Okay, so we're here in my little station. I have so many things going on over here. This hand mixer will be tested out in this video. Okay, so this is the weighing scale that I have. It's going to help me do things in grams that I have to measure out into ounces.
Yeah, so what happened was that in Sage's recipe, she gave everything in ounces, and since my weighing scale is only in grams, I kind of had to do a reverse type of thing. So the first thing you'll require is 2 ounces of butter, so that equates to 56.7 grams. Now, I don't exactly know how it is in tablespoons or cups. You'll have to try to figure that out yourself, so sorry about that. Next, you'll need 3 ounces of sugar, so that'll be 85.05 grams of sugar.
We are going to try that hand mixer. I'm a little scared of it because the last time I did it, it was very loud and it just spewed things all over the place. We're gonna try to not do that this time.
So yeah, once you have your butter and sugar, it says to cream the butter together, which is why I'm trying out the hand mixer this time. What I should have done was probably have the butter softened. I think that would have made this process a lot easier because I actually did struggle quite a bit.
I think this looks creamed, right? This is really small. I know Sage mentioned that there was only going to be 5 muffins out of this, but this looks even smaller. So, I don't know, but we're just gonna keep going. This is creamed enough, right? I don't know. Yeah, okay, that's good enough.
You'll want to use 1 egg with this, and you are supposed to beat this in with the creamed butter and sugar combination.
Okay, so I get this looks so much better. So, tip is use the whole hand mixer during this process. It will turn out great. It will turn out pretty good.
Then it's time to move to the dry ingredients. So yeah, this 1930s recipe, you'll actually want to keep the wet and dry ingredients separate. So you'll want 1 and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, And you'll also want a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then coming back to the ounces, it says 4 ounces of flour, which is basically the equivalent of 113.4 grams.
It seems as though it had turned off and it was not ready. Okay, bear with me. I have to put this back in.
I also want to mention, you've probably noticed that my voice kind of sounds a bit different. That's because this is future Rogel doing a voiceover. I am battling with sinusitis right now, so if I sound a little off, that's why. So I apologize in advance.
We are gonna fold this in. I'll just use this actually. We'll just mix this in a little bit first. So realize I still need to put milk and water.
Yeah, so you'll want to add 1/2 cup of milk and 1/2 cup of water into the wet ingredients. However, my mistake was that you need to do it gradually.
But we are going to pour it into the dries now. It said, oh, you know what I forgot? It said to do a gradual pour. I just put everything in there. This must be why it looks like that. Mistakes have been made, but it is okay.
I think me not doing a gradual pour kind of messed up the consistency of the muffins later in the video, which you will see. Plus I made another mistake. I'm just going to tell you now so you don't end up making the same mistake. You need to add in 2 ounces of finely chopped apples. So yeah, 56.7 grams of finely chopped apples. And don't forget to preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. But once everything is mixed in, then you'll want to add it to the muffin pan. I would probably double this recipe if you're trying to make quite a lot. I feel like 4 is a little too little for the amount of work I put in. And when you have it ready to put into the oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit, as I said earlier, you'll want to bake it for 20 to 25 minutes. And I just kind of met in the middle. I went for 23 minutes on mine, and it came out fine.
Oh, man. I forgot a very key ingredient. The apples. I don't know how I forget this. This is the sole ingredient, the apple. So I'm gonna have to chop this up and like try and mix it in with everything after I just put everything in the pan. This is utter chaos. I am so sorry, Sage. I'm just butchering up this recipe. Okay, but it says we have to finely chop the apples, so I'm gonna try and do that. And yes, I'm aware that I'm keeping the peel on here. Don't come at me, please. Peeling apples is not my specialty. I feel like I would probably hurt myself. I would not be surprised, honestly, if that did end up happening to me.
I know I did read somewhere that peeled apples are better with baked goods. I don't exactly know why the reason is. If you do know though, just let me know in the comment section below, because I am actually pretty curious about that. Yes, this is quite the baking adventure for sure. I'm going to leave all of the ingredients down below in the description box, as well as like the proper directions and everything, just to make sure that you guys are actually doing it a lot better compared to how I did it.
Oh my gosh. It's not bad enough. You do not do this. Don't try this at home. Let's see how this ends up turning out. I tried to divide the apples evenly.
Another problem that I'm actually seeing myself do right now. I was not supposed to stir the apples in. I was supposed to fold the apples in as well. So I do wonder if maybe I kind of overmixed my batter. You know, I really tried. I really tried. So at least A for effort, right? Now it is an intermission with my cat Milo.
Awesome. Looks like they are ready. Ooh, quite the steam there. Ooh, okay. 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 Look at this. Ignore the burnt parts. The top looks kind of cool though, doesn't it? So I'm gonna try not to mess this up, but I'm going to place this onto a cooling rack, therefore it will cool a lot faster than what is going on right now. I'm quite certain that this is going to be hot, but I think I'm ready and it's gonna be fine. Oh jeez, very hot. Oh. Okay, almost dropped that one, but it is okay. Gosh, these are a lot harder. These are a lot hotter than I thought. Oh, it actually smells really good in here. Very, very good. It smells very good. I could smell the cinnamon and the apple. I wish you were here to actually smell the scent. What's going on in this house? There we go. Mission accomplished. Did not burn my hands. Finally! Oh my goodness. I did not realize how long this was going to take me, especially since I kind of made a few mistakes along the way, but we are here now. I've waited long enough for these to cool down. I had saw in her video that apparently you're supposed to have these muffins cool down entirely before you can actually eat this, so I really had to test my patience for this. So muffin-wise, for how it looks, I kind of expected it to rise a lot more. It looks more like a tart instead of an actual fluffy muffin. I think maybe I might have overused the hand mixer, which is why I did not puff up. I still think they look super cute otherwise. Off camera, I dusted some cinnamon on top. I'm just gonna grab one of them. I'll grab this one right here. Although I do usually like more crunchy kind that's a little bit burnt. I don't know why, but this is the proper way for it to look. Sorry, slid off my plate a little bit. But yeah, so just more of a golden brown, a little bit softer, I would assume. You can see the apples that I remembered to put in last minute on the top here. And then I have a mug of just regular milk just to wash it down. So we're gonna cut into this and see how it looks. I guess since it cooled quite long. Strange. Well, I did wait until it finished completely cooling down. The inside color, I don't know, it's like a lot paler in comparison to the rest of it. I did bake this for 23 minutes instead of 25, and it is golden on the outside. I don't know if you can see that, but it is substantially lighter on the inside. The sponge does hold up though, so maybe it's just because apples are mixed in. It kind of looks that way. I mean, Sage ate it and she was fine, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat this too. But it at least smells really good, so I'm gonna try it. Ooh. Okay. I don't know entirely if this is fully baked correctly on the inside. I mean, variations could come with the oven per se, but this tastes amazing. The taste factor, magnifique. Sorry, I really probably butchered that. And the texture is very interesting. The outside is very crisp and it's crunchy and toasty just the way I like it. And on the inside, it's like soft. I could say it's kind of spongy. It's super moist, but it's more of like a custard filling. The texture is more custardy, like you're eating flan or you're eating creme brulee. So I don't exactly know if I did that correctly. Otherwise, the taste is really good. I mean, I'm gonna take another bite right now. For a second there, forgot I was rolling. Yeah, the taste-wise is amazing. Like, I will keep making this. I really should have made more than just 4 muffins because this is gonna go away probably within the next 30 minutes to an hour because this is way too good. This tastes great. For a 1930s cookbook newspaper clipping, Sage, you did a really good job in picking this out because taste-wise it's really good. I feel like I could have done some things better in order for this to look a lot better. One, for instance, is actually remembering to cut up the apples and put it into the batter first again. I feel like that's a very important, crucial thing for a sugar apple muffin recipe. But yeah, I am thoroughly going to enjoy finishing this up later. But yeah, if anyone knows why the inside of this muffin looks the way that it did, even though I already waited for it to pretty much entirely cool down, please let me know in the comments section below. Otherwise, yeah, I feel like this still works, especially if you love vintage baking. I think you should try this recipe out. I'm gonna put it in the description box below. And yeah, so as I mentioned before, I tried this recipe out from Sage's Dining Through the Decades. So if you wanna check that out, I think I'm going to also leave her own video of the original down below too, just if you wanna see her version of doing it, because she is the one who originally did this. So yeah. If you like this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe down below if you want to keep seeing my face, and I shall see you in the next video. All right, bye!